So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again with another transfer video. The transfers are kicking on now. Teams are signing players, and Arsenal have let one go. Ainsley Maitland-Niles. We'll talk about him in a while. Big up to everybody who's watched the videos today. Make sure you do go back and check out the stream I did with Eunice, Goonie, and Northside. Did that earlier on this afternoon. Also dropped a video, 5 hours ago or so. So make sure you go and check that one out as well. And make sure you are subscribing to the channel and sharing the stream or videos around. Make sure you stick a thumbs up on the video as well. Big up to everybody who does that every time. We are going to speak about Ollie Watkins to start off with, because this guy has been linked with Arsenal for, it seems like forever. It's going to be one of them where he's linked and linked and linked every single season, every single transfer window, and never, ever signed for Arsenal. Believe it or not, he is actually an Arsenal fan. And I'd love to see him at Arsenal. Steven Gerrard was asked by Sky Sports the other day why he was not in the squad. And he said, I'm not sure I'm in a position to give you the details on it, but we've got a mixture of COVID and injury problems at the moment. He then went on to suggest that he will be in the next squad. So I'm not really too sure what's going on with Ollie Watkins, if I'm honest. He's a player that I'd love to see come in. I think he's a good player, man. Really do. I really rate him. He can play off the left-hand side as well. And he does bag goals. Listen, he's not the most prolific striker, but you've got to look at the team that he's playing in. He's not playing in the most prolific team, is he? So when you look at Ollie Watkins as a player and what he can offer, hold-up play, running the channels, work rate. Obviously, our fans love a bit of work rate. Oh, Lacazette's work rate. This season, he's bagged 5 goals, 1 assist in 16 games. Last season, 14 goals, 5 assists in 37. So not a bad Premier League record, to be honest, considering it's his first year and a half in the Premier League. That's actually not too bad. Obviously, at Brentford, he was pretty relentless as well. 49 goals in 143 games, which ultimately wasn't enough to get him up at the time. They got promoted last season. Ivan Toney, another one that I'd take at Arsenal. But for £30-odd million, I would happily take Ollie Watkins at Arsenal. They probably would let him go as well, if I'm honest. If they're getting the money back that they paid for him, then I reckon Aston Villa would probably let him go. Do I see it happening in January? No. Although I do think we do need a striker. We're a little bit short now. Aubameyang's been kicked out of the club. And obviously Eddie and Nketiah just ain't good enough. Balogun's not getting any game time. So we're pretty much left with Lacazette and Gabriel Martinelli, who are actually the only two that are decent or quality. Other than that, Aubameyang's exempt, and Balogun, like I said, he don't get any game time. So, and when he did get a game the other day, he hardly flattered to deceive, did he? So I'd be interested to see how far this goes during this January window. January is always a hard window, as we know, to get players signed. Not many big deals happen in January, but I do feel that we are going to do some business, and I do feel that we will get some players, but I'm not really too sure whether we're going to be buying them or loaning them at this stage. I'm sure as the window goes on, we will find out. But leave your thoughts on Ollie Watkins down below, and let me know your thoughts on that. He is only 26 as well, so he's kind of coming up to that prime age. He's actually just turned 26. So if we got him in on a little 5-year contract, 5 years of Ollie Watkins up front, would you take it? Let me know in the comment section down below what you think on all of that. And let's move on to a player that is a done deal. It's a done deal out of the football club, and that is Maitland-Niles. Fabrizio Romano has tweeted it out. Deal set to be completed for Ainsley Maitland-Niles to join AS Roma on a straight loan move from Arsenal. No option to buy, just final details to be agreed on the player. On the player's side, and then Ainsley will fly to Rome. Negotiation started weeks ago, now all set to be signed. He then went on from that and said more on Maitland-Niles' deal. Arsenal will receive £500,000 loan fee plus £500,000 in bonuses from AS Roma. No buy option. Full salary to be paid. Paperwork to be signed tonight. Balogun also has chances to leave in January. Middlesbrough have asked for him on loan, which I thought was kind of interesting, actually, that it was a championship club and not a Premier League club. But listen, maybe that's his level right now. As much as I think he's quality, he ain't going to get a chance in our team at the moment, is he? But I'm a little bit gutted Maitland-Niles is gone. But having said that, good luck to him, because he ain't going to get any game time under this manager. And it's probably for the best. He's now going to go and work with a top-class manager, or a former top-class manager, as some of you would say. But he is one of the best managers I've ever seen in my lifetime. And he's going to go and learn from him. And listen, if he comes back and he gets back in the team, you'd like to think that he's going to be a better player for working under Mourinho for a bit. But at the same time, I think it's going to be interesting to see him out on loan, because I don't think he's quite good enough to play in midfield in the Premier League. I don't think his passing's up to scratch to be a full-time midfield maestro. But I do think that he is a good right back, and I do think that he offers something down that right-hand side, maybe even at right wing. But listen, at the end of the day, he's not going to be used by this manager. I think that's pretty evident. We rejected £20 million from Wolves, and then we've rejected him leaving when he put it out on his Instagram that he wanted to go and wanted to be somewhere where he'd be loved. Now listen, he's obviously mates with Tammy Abraham, who's out there doing bits at the moment as well. But what this means as well is that we've now got literally Partey and El Neni at the AFCON, Maitland-Niles going. So we are literally left with Granit Xhaka and Smith Rowe and Martin Odegaard, which tells me that we are going to get a midfielder in this window. Whether that's Gini Wijnaldum or not remains to be seen. But we are linked to Gini Wijnaldum on loan. Wijnaldum is an upgrade on Maitland-Niles in midfield for sure, 100%. I did a video on that yesterday. If you haven't checked that out, go and check it out. But I just think like it's going to be interesting to see what we actually do, because I feel like we need a striker and we need a midfielder. I also feel like we need a proper centre back as well, because Rob Holding ain't it, Callum Chambers ain't it, Pablo Mari ain't it. So when you strip that back, you've got Gabriel and you've got Benjamin shite, and I don't rate him. And I think we need another one, if I'm completely honest. Whether we're going to get all of this done in this window, whether the club are even interested in another centre-back, midfielder and striker, remains to be seen. This club works in mysterious ways at times. But I do think it's a good move for Maitland-Niles. Good luck to him, man. Always like Maitland-Niles. Always like the fact that he always gives 100% when he plays. Yeah, even if he's having a bad game, you know, he still tries his hardest. And even if Arsenal are playing crap, he's always one of the better ones. Rejected 20 million quid from Wolves, and now we're letting him go on loan for £500,000. Well done, Arsenal. That's the Arsenal way. Mad, absolutely mad. But we shall see what happens. He might come back to Arsenal. I don't know how long he's got left on his contract, actually. Let's have a quick look at that and see what he's got left on his contract. I think his contract expires in 2023, but we'll have a quick look while we're here. Make sure you are firing up the likes. Yeah, 2023. So, listen, in the summer, he's going to be down to the final year of his contract. We ain't going to get much money for him, are we? Hopefully, he has a good loan spell out there and they come back and try and buy him. I don't know. Maybe it was him that didn't want to have the option in there. Maybe he just wanted to go on loan and didn't want to commit to being bought by Roma, because maybe, listen, it's a foreign country, different environments, different culture, different language. Maybe it's probably for the best that that's not in the contract. But leave it all in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on all of that. And let me know who you think is going to come in if we're going to buy a midfielder or loan a midfielder. Leave that in the comment section as well. And yeah, man, we'll see what happens in the next coming weeks. Big up for all the love on the videos as always. And I'll be back again tomorrow. Arteta out.